honestly, about race. It's
No,
embarrassing.
no. But they're petrified.
Ugh.
Petrified of being called the R word. Oh, God, enough. Don't worry about it so much. Don't worry about it so much, and it really is freeing. You're able to actually speak your fucking mind. People that get the label racist for no reason, for not being a racist, are people that are open and honest. I'm not talking about true racists.
Right.
There are true racists out there that are just
out there in here.
In here, out there, just full of hate and whatever that is. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of people that are dubbed racist aren't racist. They're speaking their minds, and the only way to fight back at that is to try to put that racist label on them. Because how else are you going to argue the point that you're wrong? Like, if we stepped forward to the NAACP and said, you're wrong, this card is not racist, they'd look at you and immediately label you a racist.
And then you could look at them and go, you are embarrassingly irrelevant. If you're holding public mock funerals, targeting Imus, and targeting a fucking a greeting card, which is obviously not what you're saying it is.
Right.
Like, why can't any organization realize, hey, we've made a mistake? Are you really afraid that all your hard work over the years is going to go down the toilet if you admit that you reacted improperly once in a while? Jesus fucking Christ.
That someone jumped the gun, and upon further investigation, we looked into it and saw that there was nothing wrong. We apologized to Hallmark.
But that woman, that dumb woman holding that card, it's mocking blackness. That woman, if you sat her down and said, do you really think that Hallmark would do that? She would go, yeah.
Yes.
And then you'd have nothing to say to her.
We have seen this before in the past with other things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, have you?
The only thing you can do is just address that mentality with disgust.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
That's it.
There it is.
Throw your labels around.
Why don't we take a break, and we'll get into some other things
Irrigating.
next. We got an old interview from David Lee Roth, 1981. Completely changes gears, I know. But how he explains the music of Van Halen, it's really, really douchey.
Who was this done by?
Huh? It's an old Entertainment Tonight interview. When Van Halen...
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
we're back!
Oh, better than ever?
We're better than ever. We're back!
Why is he singing We're Black and better than ever?
Yeah.
We were always better. Why sing it now? All right.
What do you think? You want to do it or what?
Oh, hell yeah.
A little different than what we're talking about, but what the hell?
Boozy bop.
All right, we'll do an old interview from David Lee Roth, 1981 next. Stay there.
We've been away for a long time. We've been through changes. We've played some games. The more things change, the more things stay the same. We're a little bit older, but we ain't much wiser. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. We're back. We're better than ever. We're back. We're back. Together forever. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. We're back. We're back.
Oh,
We're not going to go to break. We got a teacher on the line. Getting back to the Hallmark situation. Teacher wants to talk about how the card affects kids. Chris,
right.
Long Island, what do you got on this?
Hey, fellas, how are you doing? Happy birthday, Uncle Paul.
Hi, Chris.
Listen, I teach in an area right around where you guys grew up, really close to you. Every time something like this comes up, all you hear the kids echoing what the adults say. You always hear the kids say, oh, you a racist. Oh, you this, you that. And it's setting the example, and they're always calling people ignorant. They're calling their teachers ignorant. They're calling their teachers racist. When I try to do the best I can to really show both sides, regardless of what my opinion is, it's just setting a terrible example. I mean, they don't know what they're saying. but it's being modeled for them, so they're repeating it.
So you mean not the card's a bad example? You mean the idiotic reaction of the parents and NAACP?
Oh yeah, completely.
Okay.
Because kids see this, and they don't know better.
Right.
So you can't blame the kids. You got to blame the adults. But it's really creating a generation here that it's a lot of finger pointing.
It's perpetuating what's been going on for years, believe me.
But it's also like you're a racist has just become another angle to win an argument.
Yep.
That's all it is. It's another angle to get leverage or gain ground as opposed to it being used when there's really something racist happening.
That's why I don't accept it. That's why I don't accept the term whenever it's thrown around, especially in my direction. I don't accept being called a racist. Go fuck yourself.
When I'm in a classroom, I teach a social studies class and I teach a criminal justice class. Why should I have to feel awkward and I'm a white guy.
Yes.
Why should I have to feel awkward about when I'm in criminal justice and I'm talking about racial profiling, or I'm talking about, if we're talking about civil rights, and I have to show certain pictures, and there's some things I can't show and some things I can show. Why should I have to feel awkward about that?
Yeah, you're walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
I don't see why it should happen. I'm like we're forced to show the Obama inauguration speech. I was never forced to show any other inauguration speech.
It's like,
Wow. Teachers are just in
and you're not allowed
really
to talk about the
situation.
validity of racial profiling either.
You got a tough job there, Chris, on Long Island.
Yeah.
Steve Doyle, hold on one sec. Steve Doyle will not come on air. Whatever was on TV, something press is all he had to say.
Okay.
I can't read your writing.
So the coward said what the coward had to say.
You actually got him?
Yeah, I just talked to him.
And what did he say?
He said, whatever you've read in the press, whatever statements
What
have
a
been made in the
fucking
press is all I'm going to say on the matter. I said, okay, well, look, if I go to my guys and they have another question, would you be amenable to talking to me off the air again? So it's basically, he won't come on the air directly. And the language he used was the very antiseptic language that was used.
Of course.
He's just trying to calm everyone
He's
down.
sending out a statement and a greeting card later.
Yeah. You know what? If people are bothered, not by Hallmark yanking the card because you care about the card, but by another company buckling to a false charge of racism.
Yeah.
It's a fucking lie. And they buckled to it. So if people are tired, you shouldn't buy Hallmark cards. And you should call and tell them, we're tired of this knee-jerk reactionary garbage being treated as if it's valid.
We got Dan in Canada. Thanks, Chris.
Thank you, Chris.
He works for Hallmark. Dan,
Canada.
can you really add to this or what?
Well, I just want to got to defend the company a little.
Loads the trucks.
They pay me. But it's so easy to just pull a card. It takes 2 seconds, and it's...
But that's called buckling, man.
Yeah, but it's the fucking thing, the ideology behind
It's the
pulling the
principle
card.
of it.
It's the principle of it. It's then adding ammunition to the next time someone makes a dumb knee-jerk reaction that has no validity to it, to then have the other company do the easy thing. How about the spokesperson for Hallmark
doing that.
calls them out and says, "No, you're wrong. We're not pulling this."
So what you're saying is, it's a business. They're out to make money, not change the world. So if this just shuts everybody up and they can continue to make money, it's worth it.
No, I wouldn't put it in those words, Jimmy.
Well,
Kind of like you're putting words in my mouth.
Well, no, I'm asking you what your
Dick in
intent
your
is.
mouth.
You say it yourself. My apologies. You say it.
Yeah, Jimmy that was a question more than a statement by Jimmy. He was asking you.
go ahead. Your words.
No, absolutely. But I'm just saying, I don't really think that Hallmark is the company that's going to make this stand. And I'd love to see the company that does, but with...
Yeah, no kidding.
The mission that Hallmark has with social expression, this isn't exactly something that's going to be top of the list for us to do. And
Wait, their mission is social expression?
well, I haven't got it in front of me, but that's one of the main things we do.
Well, they didn't have a problem with the card for 3 years.
Now, this is Steve
That
Doyle
point
quote
should
about
be-
this.
That's what he said.
He said, we spent 100 years bringing people together. Why would we intentionally try to push them apart? That's a great quote, and that's what he should have said and left the card on the shelves.
Yep. Without a doubt.
So
I'm just a sales guy, so of course.
I'm just saying, your CEO or whoever he is a coward. And is to me, he's almost saying that the charges of racism are accurate by yanking the card.
You know, you can look at it that way. Last thing I would think is that we've got a line of cards called Mahogany that's specifically for African.
Of course you do. Of
A
course.
line of cards called Mahogany.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because black people need their own cards. They don't want to see white people all the time on cards. I do get that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So
I usually buy those for my mom.
As a
and
goof,
stuff.
so do I.
Yeah, I buy those.
All white people
cards.
do. We all do.
We all think it's funny to
we don't know
buy
how to
from the ebony line.
We don't know how to say I love you for real, so we buy black people saying it. We're like, I'm just
Yes.
kidding to my girlfriend.
Look.
All right, Dan, thank you.
But that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
All right.
You know, like, they put out a mahogany line so black people have cards. They don't always have to have like little smiling white faces on them.
Yeah.
And still, the NAACP would be fucking stupid enough.
Yeah.
To take on this
Oh,
one.
fuck
To
them.
think that they're doing something like that.
Ugh.
All right, we said it. Let's take a break. We'll continue in just a bit.